It's your money and your money matters. For the best advice to help you succeed, turn to Gib and John. They know what you need to make the right financial decision.
All good. I guess the news that came late yesterday was that it looks like we've got a deal on corporate tax reform from both the House and the Senate. I think they're still working out some minor details, but the big parts seem to be all in agreement.
This morning, it sounds as if they half the tax issue on the corporations and came up around 21%.
21%. So they all agreed, and including the president, that 21% would be the corporate tax rate. They lowered that to from 37%, or excuse me, 35%. The top individual rate would be 37%.
So actually down 2 point something.
Correct. You would be able to have mortgage interest deductions on loans up to $750,000.
Okay.
So that's in there, and the alternative minimum tax is out. So that corporate A&T is out. That's correct.
The individual is in, but apparently they have increased the margin.
Exactly right.
Okay.
And they haven't done that in 20 some odd years.
Right.
The question being that with all these corporate tax breaks and individual breaks, what might that do to interest rates in the near term and long term? To answer your question, we think that we'll see GDP growth. They've already started looking at adjusting GDP growth from 2.5 or 6 for 2018 to closer to 2.8 or 9. That impact could have a stimulative effect, which means that interest rates on their own could go back up. We talked about this. In the short term, not much as far as interest rates are concerned. I think we'll see, as John just said, normal movements on the 2 versus the 10, but in the longer run, the Fed wants rates to go up, and this could have a stimulative effect to do that. I think today's big news is the Disney-Fox merger.
Yes.
The spinoff of some of Fox's business, and then their news business, their sports business would all become part of Disney. In right now, because of corporate tax reform, because of a lot of the changes that are going, you're going to see more and more of this type of activity because the tax treatment is going to be so much better.
One of the talking folks we listened to early in the morning, I listened to, said that the year 2018 would be the year of the merger.
Yeah, and if you remember, I think it was 2010. It was a record year for mergers. I think that'll be smashed.
We talked about the corporate Beige book this week, and if you had to summarize it in a word, it's just positive
enthusiasm
outlook.
Yeah.
And that's
the corporate Beige book basically is just an apparatus where people measure positive versus negative sentiment. And it's an interesting, how would you like to be the person that has to count positive words versus negative words?
Well, I wouldn't want to be that person, but their solution or their answer is that there's been more positive words than negative words, giving the sentiment of a positive nature.
7.1